All right, so we're running into the last quarter of the year, which is always exciting. I mean, when I think about how fast this year has gone, and in the Breakfast Club, for those of you who are not at the Loan Officer Breakfast Club, go to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. Frank leads us in a morning show, and we always bring out on Wednesday the flux capacitor.
Right.
And it's so fun. It's something that we started just, I don't know, by happenstance earlier this year. But every Wednesday, we just look at how much capacity is left throughout the rest of the year to keep us focused, because sometimes you're so focused on the day to day to day that we don't lift our head up and say,
Right.
am I where I want to be for the rest of the year? And so, Frank, today we just want to talk real quick about how to reset and make sure that we're focused on the right activities over the next 90 days, which I believe can set the trajectory of 2026.
Yeah, it's a challenging time of year, the Q4, because there's so many holidays, right? There's a lot going on. Um, people just inherently as loan officers and just as being a human being during Q4, during the October, November, December timeframe, we even ourselves we get a little nesty, right? We start thinking, oh, it's the holidays. I want to kind of pull back maybe or something like that. And plus, let's be honest, the holidays do occupy some time,
Mm,
right?
hmm
They will suck up a week in November. They will suck up a week in December, and maybe even and then another week or so, or half a week, as you head into the new year, right? So there's time that genuinely is going to be, kind of set aside to, so what that means, Steve, is that, I mean, to have a good first of the year, right? In
Yeah,
those moments that we are not cooking turkeys or, you know what I mean, or
that's funny.
hanging out with
Drinking
the
hot
kids,
chocolate.
yeah, we gotta, I mean, how do you feel about it? Do you do hard, do you work harder or you just make sure to stay consistent through those times with a different messaging?
I,
You know
I
what I
just
mean?
wrote down five things. So
Yeah.
as we're talking about Q4 running, here's what I thought. Number one, plug in. What I think about running to the fourth quarter of the year is when you're in, be in.
Okay.
And what I mean by that it is, so what we do runs in 90-day cycles. And it doesn't mean I've got to just go as hard as I've ever gone the fourth quarter. It just means be strategic with the time you're in. So here's what I always like to do, Frank. Have a number. Look, I'm going to run through the fourth quarter of this year. Every single week, I'm going to reach out to 50 qualified agents. Every single week, I'm going to have X number of outbound calls or conversations or ask. If you have a number, here's what's great about it. Like if our number is 50, and you and I talked about it the last couple of episodes, we've been talking about every call has a value. Every
Right.
agent we
Yeah.
go after has a value. Here's the truth. If I were targeting 50 qualified agents, Frank, I could do that in literally 2 hours, one day a week,
Right.
or I could do it in 30 minutes, 5 days a week.
Right.
So, what I want to challenge everybody with is number one, make a decision, not a choice. A choice has options. Make a decision that through the fourth quarter, I'm going to do X prospecting every single week, even if it's a short week, if it's the week of Thanksgiving. And you know what? I'm committed to make, and let's just use the number 50 qualified agent calls every week, because we know that qualified agents, if you've got 50, you're making almost $2 million a year. We know the math. So let's just say 50. And let's say we run into the week of Thanksgiving, Frank. We're going to be off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, eating turkey, getting fat, sitting on the couch watching football. But you know what? I still commit to make my Monday, Tuesday calls. And instead of taking a week, I just lock down on Monday, make the
Right.
calls. The
Right.
calls are gratitude calls. Thank you for
Yeah.
being a part of our network and working with us. And I love working with you, but you don't let go of your number. So it's number one, commit, make a decision to plug in. Number two, have a number. Number three, here's a big one, take off. Plan your time off. Don't
Mm.
be sporadic. Used to, Frank, here's what I do. Oh, Thanksgiving's next week. I think I'm going to take Monday and Tuesday off. Like it was almost whimsically
Right.
taking
Yeah.
time off. Oh,
Yeah.
it's cold today. I'm going to take off. And
Yeah.
oh man, I don't really feel like. No, 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 no. Be strategic. Already plan your days off. Plan to not be plugged in. That way, when you plug in, you're more intentional about hitting your number. But here's what I'll tell you: if you don't have a number for prospecting, you're not likely to hit the number. Just even if it's 10 outbound calls a day, I would challenge you, do it per week, because if it's a short week, you can condense it. If it's a long week, you can draw it out if you prefer. Hey there, if you're loving the tips so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss out on more cool free tips coming your way. I'd also love to hear from you. Make sure to drop a comment below and let me know what you think, or what it is you want to see next. And we'll see you on the inside. See you. Here's the fourth thing. You got to know the value of your calls. And you got to know the value of not making the calls.
Mm.
When you skip a week and you've been calling for 8 weeks, not a big deal. But when you skip 2 weeks, it's a bigger deal. When you skip 3 weeks, even bigger deal, because all of the momentum you've been building for months leading up to it, the further you get away from the consistency, the further
Hmm.
you get away from the results. So when you know the value of the calls, and I know I'm plugged in, I have a number, and I'm going to take off when I take off, but when I'm here, I'm fully
I'm
engaged.
in.
And here's
Yeah.
the last one, fifth one: in the holidays. And we talk about this. I know I got a boot camp starting today, and we're going to highlight this. It's really what's helping just crush through the holidays. We talk about a high tech, high touch, low time activities. And what I would leverage is the power of your email. Oh my gosh, Frank, you and I know this.
It's so
Emails,
good.
unbelievable.
Mm.
Man, I'm just every day,
So
I feel
good.
like
Yeah.
emails are just a gift. So I like, as you go into the holidays, guess what? I don't have to be as intense in my calls if I'm doing my emails. I mean, I would still have a number, but it's like I don't have to go and do like 300 outbound calls because my
Mm.
emails is helping.
Right.
So you got to have your weekly power value packed emails that are going out. You got to be doing your targeted Facebook ads that are so inexpensive and super cheap,
Hmm.
because you know what they're going to say? I keep seeing Steve everywhere.
Right.
And it touches all the unqualified agents, the sphere of influence.
Right.
And then the other thing I think about, you got to keep your monthly mailer moving. And then one of the things is make your weekly past client sphere of influence calls.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I just like, as I go into the holidays, I don't have to just like work 80 hours a week. I've got to plug in when I'm working, have a number of what I'm prospecting every week, and commit to doing it because I made a decision. Schedule and plan my time off so that when I'm off, I don't feel guilty for not working.
Right.
I need to understand the value of the calls as well as the value of not making the calls, which keeps
Hmm.
me motivated, and leverage the farming principles we talk about in the
Hmm.
marketing animals so that I'm able to have high impact even through the holidays. So,
That is great stuff. What
yeah,
a what
man,
a what a great little plan for getting through Q4,
Q4,
getting through
well,
the
and it's going to
holidays,
set
man.
your January. Your
It
January
will.
could be your
And
best month ever.
it looks like it could be just the way, based on what you're saying, it probably could be one of your best months ever. Where
100%.
because here's the one word that will kill a gazillion loan officers out there. You
Yeah.
know what it is? Nobody.
Mm.
And what I mean by that is in their mind, they're going to say, well, nobody's
Nobody's
doing
working.
anything.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Nobody's
yeah,
working.
yeah.
Nobody's buying homes. So why bother?
Mm.
Right? That's what's going to kill people. And dude,
That's
I
a death knell
remember,
of your business. Hey, and you hold on, I'll tell you why. It's a death knell of your business because what'll happen is you'll lethargically run through Q4, and then you will literally break the bank January, February, March, as you now that's why I believe there's the cycle. And I've always heard this. You have too. 24 years in the business, and I'd always hear first quarter's always slow. No, you
no,
didn't do any activity in October, November, December,
right,
which killed your first quarter. And that's why it took till literally April, May, and June to finally
right.
make enough money to come out of the hole.
Right. Yeah.
Let's
Nope.
not
That's
do that
exactly
this year.
right.
Let's
Let's not
not
do
do
that,
that.
man. This is and actually what you laid out is pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's really not that hard,
Hey,
you
and
know.
Frank, I got to tell you, it doesn't take, like, I am just so blown. The episode, if y'all didn't listen what Frank and I talked about the value of a call, Frank, I am so convinced that if you, and it's the play I'm running, you're watching me start over our leads this month. I've already surpassed what I had last month, and we've got
Mm.
almost 2 weeks left. I
Yeah.
mean, but I'm running the same play, and
Right.
it's unbelievable. And I just think it doesn't take a lot, it takes consistency.
Right.
And even if you just prospect 50 qualified agents a week, I'm telling you, the value of those calls are just exciting. Go back and listen to the
Mm.
previous two podcasts. Hey, let me say this too. If you want help with any of this, jump on a call with us, freedomplanningcall.com. Kristen, myself, Frank, one of us will jump on a call, walk you through the layers of onboarding in the mortgage marketing animals. Look, our goal is just that you would link arms with us and that we could help you get there faster. You're already going to be
Mm.
successful. What if we could help just some of the obscure, like, what do I do if I knew what to do? What do I say? Who do I call? How do I know? We can help you with that, help you get there further, faster, and not alone by yourself. Go to freedomplanningcall.com.
I love it, man. Great
Man,
stuff,
good
Steve.
stuff, brother. All
All
right.
right.
Hey, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Also, if you're not jumping on the Breakfast Club, what a great way to start your day. Go to Breakfast Club, Loan Officer, breakfastclub.com.
Yeah.
Frank's got a cool, man, I read it every morning, Frank. It's almost the
Oh, the
first
news.
email I
Yeah.
get is the daily news. So
Yeah.
Frank's sending out some daily news, huge, wildly helpful. So thank
Yeah.
you, Frank, as
Good
always.
stuff.
We'll see you next week.
All right. See y'all. Adios.
See you.